Luka Doncic's place among the game's top superstars is undeniable, but there's also no denying Doncic is coming off the most turbulent season of his career. The Lakers star has far more doubters today than he did after leading the Mavericks to the finals a year ago. So let's have an honest conversation about what's real and what's not when it comes to the criticisms levied Doncic's way, including some things even Mavs GM Nico Harrison might have been right about. Two things can be true. Harrison made a disastrous decision in not only trading Doncic, but negotiating with just one team, and Harrison's concerns about Doncic's defense are valid. Nico has only dug his hole in Dallas deeper with some insanely out-of-touch comments. But when the point of contention is Doncic's defense, Harrison's essentially the guy in this classic meme. Doncic is a massive defensive liability more often than not, with his uninspiring effort and mobility on that end negating any advantages his sheer strength would otherwise provide in one-on-one situations. While Doncic's generational offensive talent gives his team a head start in chasing a championship, his defensive shortcomings mean success isn't as simple as plugging him in and figuring out the rest later. Those limitations must be considered when building a supporting cast around him. And the lack of a competent center behind Doncic didn't help matters in LA. That shouldn't be the case next year. With better defensive infrastructure around him, I'd bet a motivated and refreshed Doncic will be closer to average defensively next season, as he was during Dallas's 2024 finals run. Given how he tilts the floor offensively, that would be more than enough for the Lakers. Another complaint about Doncic is that his conditioning is a problem. Harrison reportedly worried that it would lead to significant injuries sooner or later. And you don't have to think too hard about who JJ Redick was referring to when he said certain Lakers have to get in championship shape.
I wonder who that is.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and argue that Luka's in tip-top shape. He can obviously improve his body and conditioning, but it's not the issue Harrison and other detractors would have you believe. Even after missing significant time with a calf injury this season, Doncic has still played in over 80% of games since his 2018 debut, averaging 66.2 appearances per 82 contests. He's logged between 35 and 38 minutes per game in each of the last 4 seasons, has appeared in 55 of his team's 58 playoff games, and has often spent summers shouldering an even greater burden for the Slovenian national team, as he's expected to do at Eurobasket again this year. Staying in shape and maintaining healthy habits obviously help protect the body against wear and tear, but there's also a decent amount of luck baked into some of the more serious injuries an athlete may incur, and there's just no real evidence that Doncic's durability is a red flag other than the reported musings of the incompetent executive who traded him. After the most emotionally draining year of his career, an extended offseason should help rejuvenate Doncic. I expect him to be physically sharper come October.
He better be!
Having said that, we all have to accept that the 5-time All-Star will never look like an elite athlete. More than any defensive or conditioning concerns, I actually find Doncic's in-game petulance the most frustrating thing about him. Every athlete complains about officiating on some level, but Doncic takes it to an unbearable extreme. Watching him whine after every whistle, flail his arms in faux disbelief, and yell at refs while his team tries to get back on defense is exhausting even for neutral observers just following the action on TV. Imagine how grating it must be for his teammates in the trenches with him and the refs who must officiate him unbiasedly. For what it's worth, Doncic ranks 3rd in free throws per game and 1st among non-bigs since 2018. He's also ranked between the 85th and 98th percentile among wings and guards when it comes to drawing shooting fouls in each season of his career, per Cleaning the Glass. His woe is me act with the refs grew tired long ago. Every ounce of physical and mental energy is precious over the grinding journey to a championship. Stop wasting it on literally every single officiating decision.
Well, it's time to grow up.
Despite all these criticisms, and much to Harrison's chagrin, Doncic remains one of the 3 to 5 most valuable players on the planet. If you were starting a team from scratch right now, who would you pick before Luka? Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are the easy 2, with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Victor Wembanyama, and perhaps Anthony Edwards or Jason Tatum rounding out your list. I'd argue even that's a few names too many. Doncic's 5 All-NBA first-team selections match the career output of legends like Charles Barkley and Julius Erving, while he's already one-upped Hall of Famers like Kevin Garnett and Dirk Nowitzki. He owns the highest career scoring average among active players, and his playoff average ranks second all-time behind only Michael Jordan. He's also a marketing dream, becoming the first international player to top the NBA in jersey sales. Luka's combination of scoring, playmaking, pace control, pick-and-roll mastery, and teammate optimization, let alone his big game resume, makes him the kind of talent teams spend years tripping over themselves to find. He's the foundational piece of perennial contention. If LeBron James returns and the Lakers find a big man, they'll have a chance to win a title as soon as next season, especially since Harrison somehow allowed LA to keep its best assets in Austin Reeves and draft picks. If the Lakers handle their offseason accordingly, Doncic's 2026 MVP odds will look pretty juicy to me, warts and all.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.